Hey, what's up guys, Steven here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're taking a closer look at the Tenways CGO800s, another great e-bike from Tenways. Now if you follow me for a longer time, you have probably seen my review of the CGO600, which was I think the first bike that Tenways released. It's an absolutely gorgeous e-bike. I'm driving it for over 1 year right now. I didn't have any problems so far. Almost no maintenance on the bike because it's also belt driven, which is really amazing. And now they have released the CGO800s. So my girlfriend tried out my CGO600 and she really wanted to go in summer with me on some trips, and she also wanted to have an e-bike. Now Tenways has released this brand new bike and it's a city comfort bike, as you can see. So it's very easy to ride. Now my girlfriend is not the most sporty person, so for her it's really easy to get on the bike. Even she's only 160 tall, so this bike is actually perfect also from the size, and it has a battery that you can take out, you can put inside and charge it, so you don't need to carry the whole bike inside, which is also really good because she doesn't want to carry the bike always inside of the house. And yeah, it comes with plenty of amazing features. So we have a hub motor, it's belt driven, no chain, no maintenance. We have hydraulic disc brakes, front and rear. It's completely legal to drive, at least in Austria. It comes with the lights, it comes with the reflectors. So you just take it out of the box. The assembly takes, I would say, 15-20 minutes. Just attach the wheel, put in some screws, and you're ready to go. Plug in the battery, of course, and then you can already configure it. It comes with a huge display, which I really wish I would have on my CGO600 because the display is kind of tiny, but nevertheless, it's an amazing bike. So I would say let's have a closer look, let's check it out, and let's do a little bit of a comparison between the CGO800s and the CGO600. So let's go.
I have already reviewed Tenways' first e-bike, the CGO600, and I liked it very much. The recently launched CGO800s continues with the same small and near silent Mi-Vice rear hub motor and single speed Gates belt drive. I've looked for an easy to ride city bike and the CGO800s is perfect. It is larger, has a removable battery, a rear rack, mudguards, front and rear hardwired lights, and a kickstand as standard. It has also added a few kilograms in weight, around 6 kilograms more than the CGO600, but with those extra features it's clear it needs to be heavier. It features a larger and now removable 374 Wh battery, which is the main upgrade, plus brake lights and rear indicator lights, which adds extra safety in busy city traffic. The new step-through frame is convenient for my girlfriend too, and it houses a removable battery, front suspension fork, and larger 28-inch tires with puncture protection and as well mudguards. The display is much bigger and centered on the comfortable handlebar and can be paired to the Tenways app on your phone. It's a one-size frame for all riders between 155 cm and 190 cm. The rear light cluster has orange indicator lights at its edges, and these are controlled by push buttons from the handlebar. It also has a rear light and a brake light. The CGO800s features torque sensing power delivery and a single gear. This means all there is to do is just press the on button, then select one of the 5 power levels using the arrow buttons by your left thumb, and then just pedal off. The belt drive is pretty much maintenance free, but the belt drive means that there are no gears, which I've just mentioned before, which is a bit challenging for going uphill, especially considering the weight of the bike. Now, small hills are not a problem though, but it's obviously designed for more flat city rides. Now, it feels like the CGO600 is a bit more powerful, but of course it's much lighter, but also doesn't feel that comfortable like the CGO800s. The Mi-Vice M070 rear geared hub motor delivers 250 watts of maximum power, and the bike here is locked to 25 km/h for legal standards, but there's also a US version that does 32 km/h. Of course you can go faster if you put in a lot of extra work with your feet. Now the battery is quite big with a 36 volts 10.4 amp hour, so 374 Wh battery pack with EVE 18650 lithium ion cells. The claimed range is 100 km on the power setting with ideal road conditions. Now my test didn't quite reach that. I've achieved around half of it in maximum support and around 45 to 50 in the power settings, but I'm also quite heavy and that is a really good range. Another highlight of course are the hydraulic disc brakes, which are quite smooth and powerful, and both front and rear brakes are hydraulic. This as well with the Cellar Royal saddle results in good comfort for riding. Now once you receive the bike you have to assemble it, but it comes mostly pre-assembled and the assembly took me and my girlfriend around 15 minutes. It's pretty easy to do and it comes with all the tools you need, plus the charger and as well the keys for the battery included. So now let's have a closer look how it rides and also let's check out the functions.
Well guys, in my garden, as you can see, it goes here a little bit uphill, I would say. Now just imagine you're on a little hill and you just stop. Now you don't have any gears on this bike, as I've told you before, because it's belt driven. But you have the torque sensor, and this is really amazing because you just pedal a little bit, really slightly, and it detects already, okay, I need to support, and then it will support you already. So even if it goes up on a hill, you just pedal a little bit and you feel that the motor is kicking in, helping you to go up, which is really smooth and really amazing. So guys, it's getting a little bit dark right now. In order to turn on the light of the bike, I'll just quickly show you how it works. So you have a button here, you hold it, and actually the light should go on. Now that's the front, and the rear light is also on. And if you press the lower button for like 1-2 seconds, it's off again. Now I have the reflector here and on the back, so it comes with the reflectors, they're attached. And now let's circle here a little bit around and let's try out the brakes. So by default, here when they ship to Austria, I think it depends on the country you're ordering, the right brake is the rear brake. Because I had some Chinese e-bikes where this was switched and this was super annoying. So here the right brake is the rear, the left brake is the front. Now just ask before ordering from which country you come, maybe they can change it, or I don't know how it is when you order. Check out the links down below. So let's try out the brakes, and there we go. So the brakes are pretty snappy for a city bike, I would say. Now it feels pretty much the same like on my CGO600, and the rear for now is a bit stronger than the front, but I guess I can adjust that a little bit. But it's even better if the front is too strong for my girlfriend. I'm pretty scared that she will fall over. But anyhow, brakes are really good. Now the steering, for me, I'm 186 tall. The width of the handlebar is good. It could be a little bit bigger, but yeah, for my girlfriend it's perfect. And let's try it again. And it's so smooth how the torque sensor is working. So when I put in a little bit of pedaling, already the torque sensor takes over and takes me away. Now one of the things I really like about the CGO800s is that it comes with a stand. Now it sounds super stupid, but the stand is really convenient. On my CGO600 it didn't come with a stand, and I still don't have one after a year. But yeah, as you can see, it comes with a stand, was pre-assembled, and the stand is also quite robust. Now just be a bit careful if you place it somewhere in the grass. And now let's go for a little ride and let's check out how it rides. Alrighty guys, test ride time, and there we go. So right now we try the maximum boost to see kind of the maximum speed. Now I'm not sure if you can unlock this bike, but this would be not legal anyway, so that's out of discussion for now. But yeah, the torque sensor, this is so smooth, it just takes your feet, and yeah, you don't have to do anything. It feels just like, you know, a scooter kind of, okay? Brakes are working. Now let's go. So this is currently in the boost mode, which is 1 out of 5 modes. So we have 4, 3, 2 and 1. There's the Eco, which gives you the longest range, and then there's the normal mode, and then we have the tour mode, which is a little bit more sporty. Then there's the power mode for going up somewhere, and then there is the number 5 boost mode. And as you can see, the acceleration to 25 is really smooth and really fast. Of course you can go more than 25, so I was riding almost 30 with it already, but then you have to put in a lot of pedaling power, let's say like that. And it's also quite stable to ride it free-handed, so which I can't do on some of the city bikes because they're ugly balanced. But this one here seems to be balanced quite well. Now guys, one very interesting question: what happens when the battery runs out? Well, you can still ride the bike, it's not locked or something, but it's definitely, as you can hear my voice, more exhausting because this is belt driven, it doesn't have any gears, and in order to really get to some speed like 20, you have to put in already quite some power. So of course it's nicer with the battery, but you have plenty of range, so that the battery runs out, that must be some really bad planning, because the battery for this e-bike is kind of huge, and for normal city trips, when you go to grocery or when you go to work, this is definitely enough, and you can take out the battery and recharge as often as you want. So just in case the battery runs out, of course you can ride it, you can ride home, but it's gonna be a quite exhausting ride. Okay guys, so I just met my mom, she will try out the e-bike now. We just need to get the dog inside, so Tequila, you want to ride on the bike? You like the bike? Okay, so my mom is trying out the e-bike. She has already an e-bike, a KTM. Okay, but be careful with the brakes. Tequila, aquí. And there she goes. She's quite fast on that thing. Okay, and there she is again. Do you like it?
Yes, ja. Na wirklich.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very smooth. Brakes are good, even for older women.
Was? Nein.
Ciao, dog. Well guys, let's check out the board computer and what things you can adjust there. So let's turn it on. Now this is how fast you can start the e-bike. You see the animation. Then if you set a code, you can put it in right now. By default, the code is just 0000. You just do it with the left button and boom, you're now here in the main menu. Well, on the main screen you can see all the important information. Now we have here the battery status, so currently 84% charge. Then here you can see the speed, so how fast you're going. You can see the trip count, and you can also see here, for instance, in which assist mode you are. So there is off, which is 0, there is 1, which is eco, there's 2, which is normal, then there is touring, then there is power, and last but not least we have boost, and yeah, that's my favorite one. Well, to access the menu, you press the left button on the handlebar, and then you get into this menu. Now with the up and down arrows, you can actually navigate here. So let's get started with the first thing, which is the battery information. So here you can see the range, which is left, 54 kilometers. You can see here also the voltage of the battery, as you can see. And then we have a wheel size setting. So this is, I guess, for speed if you change the wheel size. Then we have the speed limit setting. So it's locked here to 25 kilometers per hour. As you can see, I cannot change it. So I guess, this is my best guess, that this is actually for legal standards, that you cannot play around with the wheel size and with the speed limit, so you cannot unlock it. But I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that. Now, there's also background light settings. So the display is really bright at maximum, which is 3. I like to turn it down to at least 2, but if you are riding in sunlight, actually 3 is good, that you can read everything. Then we have display units, so the speed in miles per hour or kilometers per hour, that's also cool. And we have the background light setting we just had, so I'm going the wrong way. Then we have password enable. For sure you can turn off the password if you don't want to. So if you don't think that someone will steal your bike, then just turn it off, so it's much faster to start. Then here you can modify the password, so I just left it at 0000. And last but not least, we have here about, so here you can see the firmware version and the hardware and everything. So basically when you update your bike, then you will see here basically on which firmware version you currently are. Now guys, let me show you the Tenways app. Now in order to connect your bike, it's super easy. You just scan the QR code on the frame. Now it's a tiny sticker. I would suggest to take a picture just in case the sticker comes off after some time and you want to kind of repair your bike. So well, as you can see, here is the bike. Now it's my girlfriend's bike, that's why it's called Claudia. Now it's connected over Bluetooth. We have 84% battery, 84 kilometers of range, so that's a pretty sick range, at least not in the boost mode. We can see here the calendar. You can see here FAQ, so you have service manuals, you have repair manuals, you can chat directly with Tenways, and you can also make a service appointment, which is really cool. Now, yeah, here once again you can add more bikes, and the absolutely killer feature on this bike is the navigation. Because here you can just search for a destination, and then you can start the navigation, which shows on the display of the bike. So that's a real cool feature, and for an e-bike that has so many outstanding features and retails for such a low price, this is absolutely outstanding. So just enter here the location, like for instance Bratislava, and there we go, and then it will actually search and start the navigation on the bike. Alrighty guys, so we're now here at the end of this video. So far I have to say, this is probably the best e-bike Tenways has released so far. So we have a lot of improvements. We have a bigger display, we have a removable battery. Now the rest is very similar, I would say, to my CGO600 in terms of how the acceleration kicks in. So with the torch sensor, it's just like really convenient. It's very smooth when you just pedal and then you have the boost. So it's really easy to drive. The brakes are good. Well, tires straight out of the box is nice. Suspension here, now for a city bike, not sure if you really need a good suspension, but at least it gives you more comfort. Now, my girlfriend, as I've told you before, she's 160. She thinks still on the lowest setting that it is a little bit high, but personally I think she reaches the ground, so it's actually perfect. Alrighty guys, if you want to have more information on the CGO800s, make sure to check out the links down below. You can find there some amazing offers on this e-bike. And if you're looking for an e-bike with a great range, which is easy to drive, has a lot of nice features and also a nice display and a removable battery, then the CGO800s should definitely be on your list. As always guys, big thanks for watching. If you have any more questions I could answer about this bike, write them down below in the comments and I'll try to reply as soon as possible. So as always guys, big thanks for watching. I'm Steven from Tech Magnet and I'm signing out. Goodbye.